Alright, guys. Alright, today we're gonna review JPG Lamal. Now, this isn't my bottle, this is actually my uncle's bottle. He's about like 4 years old or 50, and he has used this quite a bit. Now, I'm basically gonna talk about how this cologne is not really it for 2022. Um, so it starts off with a very sweet pear note, which I'm sure a lot of people know about. I do have it sprayed on both of my forearms, and when I first sprayed it, I was kind of like shocked because I've heard a lot about this, and I've heard like this is a sweet, fresh, kind of fruity, um, massively male appealing cologne, or like male, slight directed towards males. And this did come out like a long time ago, and the bottle design's cool and everything. But and this is a EDT, by the way, so it does project for a while and it does last for a while. But it's very sweet, and when I first sprayed it, I like honestly, it just felt feminine to me because of how sweet it is. It's like a very rich, like I wouldn't say it's like a dense but like hollow dense, like how do I explain it? Like the one cologne that this kind of reminds me like from the opening is a Dolce and Gabbana, the one EDP Intense. So for me, the opening, like this cologne particularly, is pretty linear. Like doesn't really change a lot, but this does have like cashmere and everything. I'm not sure if JPG has cashmere. It came out in 1995, and the notes on Fragrantica is it's mainly a vanilla, aromatic, and fresh spicy cologne with like lavender, green, powdery, sweet. So personally, just from the opening, I would say it's very powdery, sweet vanilla. That's what I get. If you look at the notes, which obviously won't pull up now because I'm trying to make a video, but it's just for me like right now, even from the Jean Paul Gaultier or Gaultier, I don't know how to say it, line. You have better offerings, and even the Lamal, in my opinion, is just not worth it. I'm sorry, the Ultra Mall or Ultra Male, because that is like this cologne on steroids. Like it's sweeter, it's denser. So you know when I said it, like it kind of feels like a hollow, like it's very effervescent, like the Dolce and Gabbana, in a way. Like it just like kind of pops for some reason. And the pear note, my god, is very prominent. It's like a very sweet, almost feminine opening, in my opinion. And in the dried out, it does last a while. So I could smell this even like after 8 hours on my clothes if I took like a close sniff. I did try this in the winter only for like 3 or 4 days. And I'm like, personally, I'm just not a big fan. And from the Jean Paul Gaultier line, I feel like the black bottle with the golden cap, I forgot what it's called. I think it's called the Intense EDP, or the just the EDP, is the way to go. That is like a much more well-rounded off clone. It's a bit more spicier. So with the spicy with the sweet, and I don't know if that one had pear in it, but that felt like a sweeter toned down version, like less spicy version of Bulgari Man in Black for me. And yeah, so Jean Paul Gaultier is not really worth it in 2022, especially I'm not sure how much this goes for right now, but I'm sure it's not that worth it. The projection for me in the winter, like for the first hour it was crazy, but then I couldn't really notice it on myself. I was also like being active, so I'm not sure if that like impacted it. Like I was being indoors, but I was like moving around a lot. Okay, so from the top, we have the notes pulled up. It says it's lavender, mint, cardamom, bergamot, and I don't know what that is. Some kind of green leaf thing. The mint. I'm not sure if I can really smell the mint on this. Like, for me, this is not similar to Versace Eros EDT. I can't really smell a cinnamon on this, but I'm not really sure what cinnamon smells like in like colognes. I do know the One Intense EDP by Dolce & Gabbana has the cinnamon in it and cashmere, but that's like it's like as I said, it has that effervescent like kind of dense feeling, but it's also hollow. So when I say dense, I mean Givenchy Gentleman EDP. That is a very dense cologne in my opinion, like not as dense as Angel Men by Thierry Mugler, but it's like a different kind of smooth, soapy almost iris dense. But this like it's like overly sweet, and you feel like something's missing in the base. Like I wish this was a bit more woodier or spicier. And Lamal Intense, I'm sorry, Ultramall is not the answer for the gap there is in this cologne right now. I feel like in 2022 for like guys our age, I feel like this is a bit more teenagerish. Like I this kind of smells like a kid's cologne, to be honest. I remember I was in Malaysia back in 2014, and I got like this dollar like from like I got this Batman cologne and Superman cologne. Like it was like a tiny ass bottle from, it wasn't even a cologne, it was like a mist, I'm assuming, from some TJ Maxx or something. And this is kind of what that smells like a bit more mature version of a $20 Walmart mist spray in some foreign country. So, to be honest, my final verdict is I'm quite disappointed in this. It does say the base notes. It has vanilla, tonka, amber, sandalwood, and cedarwood. But I mean, it's just I feel like there is a gap in this cologne, and I always feel like there's something a bit more. Like I want it to be a bit more woodier or spicier. So that's why, in my opinion, you should get. It's called La Male La Parfum. It's this one. This is the one you should get in 2022, regardless of your age. I did try a little bit sample of Le Bleu by JPG with the transparent bottle with the little leaf and the Greek thingy. I personally did like that one because I felt like it was a bit. It was kind of unique. It was also sweet, but it was not as sweet as this cologne right here. It was a bit more. I know it has a coconut note in it, which I'm not a big fan of in colognes for like me, like a man. But I would say you could give this a try, but do not blind buy it. Don't blind buy Ultramall as well. If you're new to colognes, you probably will like it, but if you're not, you probably have tried this, so that was kind of a stupid statement. But for me personally, the La Perfume is the one that's worthy of buying, worthy of spending your money. That's just the way to go. JPG Ultramall, I'm sorry, Lamal feels like a hollow, sweet vanilla fragrance, and it is kind of fresh. You could wear this in the summer. Personally, I wouldn't go more than like 3 to 4 sprays. Guessing. I do spray heavy. I do go like 5, 6 sprays on my colognes, even like colognes like Valentino Mo Intense or Givenchy EDP, which is a very challenging fragrance for me. Gentleman EDP. I don't know about the rest of the world, but for me, that cologne was like something else. Like it was a dive into a very different direction from all the clones I usually liked. Like that was very basic, warm, spicy, and ambery clones. So yeah, that's my final verdict. Is a no go in 2022. Le Parfum is the way to go. So yeah, guys, JPG Lamal. I'm sorry. Oh yeah, it is Lamal. No go.